the best of hobbies is serving to humanity. Historically known to have dedicated themselves to trade, charity and service to humanity, the Memon community embraced Islam in the 16th century. They then migrated from Sindh to Kutch and Kathiawar as their homeland. Their traditional values of cooperation and compromise helped them in establishing a society where service to humanity continued to be their principal priority. In view of famine and the trade depression of the 19th century, political uprising in the subcontinent and creation of a new state with accompanying boost in scientific development in the 20th century. The members of the community migrated and settled in different parts of the world. Nevertheless, the traditional urge to serve the cause of humanity made themselves associated with different social and philanthropic organizations. Known to have established itself successfully in commerce and industry in different countries of the world, the community has always given preference to construction of mosques. Most of such mosques are in Sindh, the oldest being in Matiari, built in the year 1802 AD. Apart from the alma maters, Mr. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, known as the Okai Memon Masjid and the Sindh Madrasatul Islam, the others, such as the magnificent Memon Masjid Karachi, Minara Masjid Bombay, Hanafi Memon Masjid Colombo, Memon Jama Masjid Mombasa, Jama Masjid Durban, Baitul Mukarram Masjid built by Kaka Abdul Latif Bawani in Dhaka, and Darul Uloom Medina, built by Dr. Ismail Memon in New York, have not only enhanced the grandeur of Islam, but have also created an atmosphere of unity, sincerity, cooperation and brotherhood amongst different sections of the society. Haji Ibrahim Dada of South Africa, by donating 150 acres of land to Darul Uloom Karachi, and Mr. Abdul Karim Buchia by constructing the first mosque in Kobe, Japan in 1934, opened a new chapter in the revival of Islamic values and culture. This Kobe mosque speaks loudly of the Memon community's dedicated services to the cause of humanity all over the world. The community's endeavors are not just confined to building of mosque and religious school, but they transcend beyond that to alleviating human sufferings and pains. In 1908, Haji Sabu Sadiq got a vast and spacious inn built in Bombay for facilitating the stay of those traveling to Makkah for pilgrimage. Then, Mr. Yusuf Hussain Dada established an orphanage in Karachi under the name of Hussaini Yatim Khana. In addition to India and Pakistan, the Memon community's social, cultural centers and philanthropic institutions are found in their pragmatic shape in Colombo, Mombasa, Durban, and London. In the present-day scenario, the community's social services extend to providing of free medical treatment and medicines at various dispensaries and hospitals. Aisha Bai Haji Abu Clinic and Hajra Bai Poptani Medical Wing, Mombasa, Jafar Suleiman Trust Dialysis Center, Mumbai, M.A. Rangoonwala College of Dental Surgery, Pune, Noor Hospital, Bombay, and numerous hospitals in Karachi, such as Patel Hospital, Dabba Heart Institute, Kutiana Memon Hospital, Bantwa Memon Hospital, Usman Memorial Hospital, Memon Hospital, Zubaida Hospital, and Fatma Bai Hospital are day and night engaged in serving those afflicted and in distress. It is an undeniable fact that any country's progress and development largely depends upon the standard of its educational sector. That is why progress of education has always remained on top priority in the community's list of modalities. Innumerable schools and colleges are the lamps of learning which have been kindled by the Memon community in different parts of the world. In 1910, Sir Muhammad Yusuf Ismail established a nautical and technical institute on an island, Nihasa, near Mumbai, for imparting education on shipping. This was the first and only educational institute in the field of shipping at that time. In the University of Karachi, late Latif Ibrahim Jamal founded the Hussein Ibrahim Jamal Chemistry Institute, which is recognized around the world for its significant research in chemistry. Daud Engineering College in Karachi, Sabu Sadiq College of Engineering in Mumbai, and Memon College in Mombasa are other milestones in the community's services for the cause of education. Sir Adamji Haji Daud, by establishing Memon Educational and Welfare Society in Calcutta, Mumbai and Karachi, had kindled new avenues in the field of education. Likewise, Hajiani Khatija Bai opened a number of educational institutions by the name of Raunak-e-Islam for the progress of female education in Pakistan. The services of Haji Sulaiman Ibrahim Trust, South Africa, in the field of education have also been commendable. The circle of Memon Community's services has not just been confined to building of mosques, schools and hospitals, but this community has always come forward for serving the cause of Islam and the distressed humanity. At time of natural calamities and disasters, the community has rendered selfless services to thousands of unfortunate sufferers. Earthquake victims of Bihar in 1934 and those of Quetta in 1935 have been provided such timely relief and aid by the Memon Relief Committee, Calcutta, under the leadership of Mr. Abdul Sattar Naviwala, that there is none to share such a glorious example. These services of the Memon community had also been lauded by Mr. Rajinder Prasad and Gandhi Ji, the Viceroy of India, in recognition of their services, had conferred a civil award of Kasre-Hind on Mr. Abdul Sattar Naviwala. In the former East Pakistan, where devastating floods and cyclones had played havoc with the people at regular intervals, the Memon community of Chittagong was always at the top in providing timely relief to the gravely affected people. In 2001, the Memon community of India played an active role in ameliorating the sufferings of the earthquake victims in Kutch and Bhuj. Besides, in the case of hurricane, tsunami, which had created havoc in Sri Lanka, Indonesia and many other countries in the Far East. In the year 2004, the services of Memon Association, Sri Lanka, in helping the afflicted and by providing relief to the victims, has earned a name for itself. In the history of the Memon community's services to humanity, the name of Mr. Abdul Sattar Idi cannot be ignored. His selfless services are not just restricted to providing of 24 hours ambulance service, provision of medical facilities and giving protection to the earless destitutes. But this humble personality is found engaged in helping the human being in each and every corner of the globe, where untoward natural calamities strike. It is because of the unflinching and unwavering faith in providing service to humanity that this gentleman of the Memon community has been decorated with many awards the world over. In the backdrop of such brilliant history, it appears that the desire of each individual member of the community, settled anywhere in the world, is deeply entrenched in the common goal to serve the cause of humanity. In order to coordinate and integrate the efforts and services of the Memon community, which is always directed towards ameliorating the sufferings of humanity, the far-sighted leaders of the community, such as late Mr. Latif Ibrahim Jamal, Mr. Abdul Razak Tasty Shaheed, Mr. Abdul Razak ARY, Mr. Abu Bakr Qasim and Mr. Adam Noor, by organizing the first Memon International Convention in Dubai on 28 April 2001, laid the foundation of the World Memon Organization. This convention was attended by more than 200 representatives from 20 countries around the world. On 31st March 2002, the second Memon International Convention was held again in Dubai, in which the constitution of the organization, establishment of its secretariat in England and chapter on service to humanity was constituted to launch the beginning of the mission. The mission of WMO is to act as a central Memon organization, representing the Memon community throughout the world and to promote the advancement, upliftment, unity, welfare, and well-being of Memons in the world, in all aspects of life and at all times in accordance with and under the guidance of Islamic principles. In order